chance to run away. You know, you're supposed to watch your opponent when you fight. 申し訳ございません。Okay, whatever.
Okay, what's up everybody? So I want to start this new thing with option selecting by doing random matchups and kind of explaining the outcomes of each action and reaction. So I know this game doesn't really teach you that well with the new mechanics, so here we go. First scenario I want to throw is the -4 Bokuho Duck P back punch, which leads into that -4 windmill. Is safe, you cannot throw that. So I want to kind of talk about that, and I'm going to use my main Ayane. Okay, so the first solution, this works for pretty much any character. You can low throw, and what I mean by neutral low throw is just down throw. You don't want to do forward or back, down forward or down back. What this does is it helps you stop her Bokuho duck, and if you do miss it and she Bokuho sidesteps, you can come back up in time to punish the Bokuho sidestep. Okay, so as you see, she tried to duck and that did not work as well for her there. Also, if the opponent tries to do a high, low throwing will duck that. So, but no one really does a high, but it's just a thought. 2P is also another good solution. It stops her from mashing. Ayane's is pretty quick. So for Ayane, it's pretty quick, and if done correctly at the right speed, it cannot be held. Now the next one can be held, but what it does is it's a tracking 1P that Ayane has. Not all characters have this, that is fast enough to stop Helena, or tracking. It stops all the mash, all the sidestepping, but the only thing is it can be low held. Now 6PK is a good string because Helena would have to double duck, and it's one of those weird strings that's just hard to sidestep and stuff. So the next solution would be to wait, and what waiting does, as you saw, it led me to a punish potentially, and it just, I mean, you can't go wrong with waiting, right? But don't spam new mechanics. Don't do these sidestep attacks, break hose and stuff like that, because she can double duck and then you just get put in a blender all over again, and it's a waste of meter and health. So don't do it. Let's break that habit. Next match up, I'm using Lisa with the second scenario to handle Tina's roll K -4 guard break. It can be -3 for her as well, depending on the range. Still safe. Lisa can do 1P that knocks out all of Lisa or Tina's crushing, and it stops the sidestep and any low, you know, so it's not a bad option. As you see, it stopped that crush. Here we go again. She tried to do back forward grab, which is an OH charging, but it can be held. That's the only downside. Now, second thing that I want to mention is waiting. Of course, that is always the best option, because sometimes people may hold and then try to mash on you with a crush if you hesitate. So waiting is always great. Or they may just back away, and it's better for both characters if you can. You know, it's a guessing game here for both of them. It's very dangerous. So I don't suggest you do that 21 frame sweep. It may be tracking, but 2P is faster. I mean, it's just can be sidestepped, so it depends on who you're fighting. But unfortunately, both options can be crushed by 3-3P from Tina. So keep an eye on who you're fighting once again. Offensive hold can be good for the new mechanics. It can be good for that 3-3P. And if they decide to just do any crazy move for whatever reason that isn't like ducking, like this move is ducking, back punch will go under that. So it's a guessing game. You see, you have to really watch your opponent to know what to do so that you don't take unnecessary damage. Like I said, don't just do these new mechanics, because anything can happen to you. especially against Tina. You don't want to lose a lot of health. And they can wait and punish the sidestep, so be patient. Third scenario, Neo Tangles -2 forward kick on block. Basically, this one can be kind of weird sometimes, and the reason I use Kokoro is because it's kind of more advanced. Here we go. Some people mash P plus K after that, which is just a 10 frame move, but you can punish it on block. That's a more lower level Neo Tengu. And some people may sidestep, of course, in this game. A 10 frame jab that Kokoro has will beat out that P plus K, because that P plus K then becomes 12 frames. So that's definitely slower than 10. So she has to recover from the -2. So it's not a bad option, but unfortunately Kokoro will get crushed. Kokoro gets crushed, and that's the downside to that. But she can do 6P to stop those crushes. But you got to be careful and watch out for the P plus K, because it can hit her. Down H plus K, K will work. It will definitely work and stop the crushes in the high, but it won't work against a sidestep as much as you would think that that's a sweep. It's not tracking. Don't ask me why, it's just not. And also, it does not work on Neo Tengu's launch up back kick, neither does 2P. So that's just a little preview of what's more to come in detail as well. Just different types of matchups. If you guys have any other situations you want to bring, you can put them down below. And what I mean by situations are things that are safe on block, not something that's unsafe. If you put it down below, something that's unsafe, I'm just going to tell you to throw. So find things that you're not too sure of, and I mean, before you comment, at least look at what the frame data is on it. Is it -3? Is it -4? Is it -5? You know, with what character. Those are the situations where you really have to option select, not unsafe moves, okay? Just to be clear there. And I hope this helped. This game, like I said before, does not allow you to truly learn DOA and option selecting very well, because break holds and break blows and that sidestep just isn't used strategically, and you're not being taught to do it strategically. So it's very important, like I was saying, a lot of times waiting and, you know, don't use those mechanics in that situation will save you if you're patient, and you'll actually be able to see what kind of player you're fighting against. Isn't that funny? Patience kind of helps you learn, right? So for people that are new to DOA 6, you may not understand what the frame data is or how to use it. You may not understand certain situations, so it may be harder for you. But what I will tell you is go through and look at some of my older videos and other people's videos, even from DOA 5, to kind of understand the origin of these characters' moves. I want to do videos like that too, so it's a lot more to come. But I hope you guys kind of had the mind running and the brain cells and juices flowing as I was going through these 3 scenarios, okay? And just thank y'all for watching. More to come. I will see y'all in whatever the next video is, because I never know. Peace out.